Well, since my baby left me, I found a new place to dwell. It's down the end of Lonely Street, the Heartbreak Hotel, my baby. Oh, hi, Felicia.
Hi, Tim.
Did you know I do karaoke Elvis on every cruise we've ever been on?
I know you do karaoke on almost every cruise we've ever been on.
Except the last 100, because, you know. Anywho, this is an exciting day. You know why?
Why?
Because we're going to give away, well, probably our most guarded secret. Our number one cruise tip that we swore, we made a pact several years ago never to share this.
Never to share this.
Because,
I'm still against it.
And there's a reason for that, and we'll show you. You have to watch through because I'm going to pepper it somewhere in this video, so you need to watch the whole video and you'll know what's going on. But believe me, it's worth it. When you see this, you'll be like, oh my God, I should have been doing this for years.
It's true.
So I'm going to give that away in this video. So bookmark this, share this, like it, subscribe if you haven't done that already. This is definitely worth it. This is going to save you time, money, and make you happier. Right?
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So anyway, this is Felicia. My name is Captain Tim Cruise. I am an admiral now. I promoted myself. Like, I'm going to get more stripes for my next cruise. And I have 2 diamonds. Most captains only have 1. Huh. Work your way up, boys.
You even impressed Captain Kate with your...
Wow!
He can't wait.
Oh my goodness! You see this?
Oh my God.
Pay your dues, and someday when you grow up, you can be as lauded as I am, okay? So I'm going to tell you our top 15 cruise tips. Again, the number one tip that we have never shared anywhere on YouTube, on our podcast, or anywhere on our website.
We don't share this with friends.
We haven't even shared this with friends because they're scared to death about it. It's that crazy. So stick around and we will share that with you shortly. Okay, so number 1, let's start with the easy ones.
All right.
First of all, the disclaimer.
Okay.
How many cruise tips videos have you seen?
A lot.
And do they or do they not pretty much say the same exact things for the last 10 years?
They all say pretty much the same thing.
It's crazy, right?
It is
It's like they're all copying each other.
It is.
So we really came out with the only unique cruise tips videos, and they're right here on this channel. And based on our experience over 50, 60, I don't even know how many cruises we've done, but
I don't even know how many.
we've got pretty good at it, haven't we?
Yeah.
High five. All right, so yeah, just dial out the nonsense and dial into this because this is everything you're going to need to know. All right, number 1. What should we not bring on a cruise, Felicia, that everybody else says you should bring?
Clorox wipes. Not necessary.
Why do you need Clorox? Let me tell you what happens. And we've talked to room, just throw them away. Let me tell you why. People say that you're going to catch norovirus and a whole bunch of those nastiness from your room. There's like a big thing going around again now that the other thing's down. That this is whatever. Your room is actually the cleanest place on the ship. Well, when you first get in there anyway, because they use this obnoxious germ cleaner that would pretty much kill an ox, okay? And I've watched them rub down everything, your handles, your door handles, your faucets, your shower, your toilet, your nightstand, your remote control. Mm-hmm. I mean, they use this nasty stuff and nothing's going to live. And a lot of people say, well, they don't change the towels from room to room when they clean. You know what? They don't have to because this stuff will kill everything on the towel and then probably some humans along the way. It's that strong. It's nasty stuff. I'm not sure what's in it, but bottom line is you don't need to wipe down your room when you get into it. I'm telling you, you don't need to. It's super, super clean. Now, I don't have scientific proof, but I've never wiped down a room. Have you?
We have not.
No. And we've never got sick at the beginning of a cruise. It's always towards the end of a cruise.
Always at the end of the cruise.
There's a reason for that,
There
too. So
is.
the rest of the ship is the problem. The things that you can't avoid touching. What can't you avoid touching?
Elevator buttons. Stairwell handles.
Door handles.
Door
There's some
handles.
door handles you
Yeah.
have to push. Things at the buffet that other people have touched after the staff does a great job cleaning these ships.
Right, they do.
But
they absolutely do.
They can't keep it clean forever because you humans keep touching everything. And then the little booger kids touch plates and they put them back. I used to watch this little kid like picking shrimp out of a Disney cruise. I mean, they have those low things.
I remember
in the buffet.
that.
These little kids taking shrimp. I didn't like that one. Looked at it, put it back in. And I never ate shrimp again after that. I was just totally damaged. There's probably a lawsuit there. But I'm telling you, you're going to have to touch door handles. You're going to have to touch the chairs when you pull them out. You're going to have to touch the tables, your silverware, things that you can't consistently clean. So the only way to really be safe is you're not going to walk around with Clorox wipes on your whole ship, are you? You're going to look like a weirdo.
Yeah, yes.
What did you suggest?
We could wear gloves.
You could wear gloves your entire trip, but that would be weird and people would laugh at you. Although that's probably the safest way to go, I'm not going to lie. I've considered doing that.
Even when we go to the buffet and we get our stuff and we go to sit down, before we actually sit down to eat, You watch the food, I'll go wash my
Right.
hands, and they switch.
Or at least hand sanitize.
I mean, it's the
yeah.
best. I mean, we do everything we can to be
Yeah.
as cautious as we can.
And you definitely don't want to touch your nose or your eyes or your mouth, anywhere
Right.
with mucus, warm places
Right.
where viruses, bacteria like to grow. Keep your
Right.
hands away from that until you wash them. And then remember, you got to open the door when you come out of the bathroom.
That's right.
And not everybody washes their hands after they go to the bathroom. So use your
Seen that.
elbows or the back of your hand.
Right.
Or sometimes I'll just use my shoulder and just bump doors open if you
Yeah.
can do that. If you can, if you have to pull it, try to get a napkin and open the door with a napkin.
Yeah.
You know, just be safe rather than sorry, and you'll have a much better experience. But Clorox wipes aren't going to do you a darn thing. Apologies for that knucklehead I watched the other day. You must put Clorox wipes in your room and wipe everything down. You will never get sick. He's an idiot. All right, number 2. Everybody will tell you to come on with one backpack. You go on a cruise, all you need is what you can put in your backpack. You don't need anything else. True or false?
False.
Yeah, I got to call BS.
I
on
bring
that.
everything.
I always recommend that people overpack.
Even for quick 3-day cruises, we
And we-
bring a big
We do.
suitcase.
You know why? Because number 1, the porters are going to load your bags onto the ship.
Yep.
So whatever, they're going to take care of that. And you
Exactly.
should use the porters too. And that's my next
Absolutely.
tip. But overpack, you might be cold in the theater one night. So bring
Bring a
that extra
sweater or
sweater.
two. Mhm.
And make sure that sweater matches. You might have a couple different colors. What about those cute sandals you thought about not bringing? I'm not going to wear those. And
Throw
darn, I
those
wish
in-
I brought them.
Throw those in the bag.
Formal night, pictures. You bring a little bit of formal wear if
Yep.
you want it, because it's a great opportunity to take the pictures, which should be another tip.
Absolutely.
Always take the pictures.
Always take the pictures.
Not the ones that they book a private session for.
No.
That is a complete rip-off on every cruise ship.
No.
Never do that. But when they set up those picture stands in the
Take
main
the pictures.
promenade,
There's
they're
no
free.
cost.
Yeah,
There's
they're
no
free.
cost to take the picture.
You can take the pictures, you can look in them all you
Yeah.
want. You only buy the ones you want, or you don't
Right.
have to buy any of them. But you take them for free. Always take the
Absolutely. Yeah,
pictures.
right. Why not?
And dress up one night, right?
Absolutely.
Right? Look good.
Right?
Because there's not a lot of opportunities for people to take pictures like that. If you think about it, you take a selfie here and there. But when are you going to take a really nice picture of you and your family or your significant other looking
Right.
like dressed up, you know?
Right.
It's a great opportunity. So do that. Overpack. Bring the pain relievers. Bring the oral gel. Bring those feminine physical aids. Yeah, so bring the
stop.
magical rabbits.
You're talking about the wine opener, buddy.
Oh, yeah. Well, the other thing that you use in places we can't talk about here, bring those with you because you're on vacation. You want to have a good time. People may check your bags, but so what? You think nobody's ever brought a vibrator on a ship before? Come on. I brought vibrators on ships just to see if I can get away with it. So bring all that stuff, overpack, and enjoy your vacation and have everything you need. Because some stuff's not available on the ship.
That's right.
Stuff that's available could be very, very expensive. So why not just bring it with you?
Right. Why not?
You can have people carry your bags on anyway. And that's the other tip. Number 3 is use the porters. I've had people say never use the porters at a cruise. Just carry your own stuff on.
Don't carry
And number 1, those porters work very hard for very little money. They work for tips,
They
basically.
do.
And number 2, those bags are going to be tagged, and they're going to send them direct to you. I don't think we have never lost a bag in any
We've
cruise
never
ship.
lost a bag.
From a porter to a ship.
No.
It's right there. They all go on this ship. There's no way, because each port is separate.
Right.
So they're not going to carry a tray of bags over to another ship. It just doesn't happen. They don't lose bags. Every bag in that, whatever those wagons are, end up on that ship. So even if your tag falls out, and we'll talk about that for a second, it's going to be on the ship. I think that we did lose a tag once before we learned another trick we'll talk about.
Why would you want to get on the cruise ship with all your luggage in tow and head to the buffet because room's not available yet? Room's not available
Never
until 1
available
or 2.
when you get on the ship.
Right?
A couple
so
hours.
Why do we want to tow all that luggage with you all the way around
Because
the ship?
some people are anal retentive,
No,
Felicia.
Don't do it. Leave the
And
leave
you know
the
how
luggage.
annoying that is?
Leave the luggage with the porters.
And I see these old couples get on the elevator with like 12 bags, and you can't fit anybody else. Oh, my bags
I
are.
know.
Why are your bags with you? Let the porters put them outside your door. Nobody's going to steal them. You're on a. Don't get me started.
Leave them with
okay?
the porter and get the vacation started right
Listen,
away.
Just use the porters. Don't
Yeah.
annoy everyone else, and enjoy your vacation. We've never lost bags in over 50 cruises.
Never. No.
Tip number 4, double-wheeled suitcases. We've learned that lesson the hard way because the single wheels, a lot of them suck. They do. They're bad.
Yeah.
The double wheels, what they turn, they're called reticulating or something. I don't know what they're called.
I don't know.
And also, the bigger the wheels, the better. They're going to spin more freely. You're going to be able to pull them over carpets because you're going to have to walk over carpets in the hallways. And then the wheels which just really kind of seize up in the hallways and they don't work real well. So try to get the double wheels in as big as you can get. And always remember that if you do overpack, and I need to let people know that, your porters are going to take them out of your car and put them on the ship, but when you get off the ship, there are porters in the baggage area.
There are in the baggage area.
Yeah, so they will carry that stuff and wheel it to your car. So use the porters in that situation too. But a lot of people choose to just drag their bags off, and you're going to have to roll back to your car, and it's a lot. So get the best wheels or the best suitcase you can and try them before you buy them, you know. All right, moving right along to number 5, use sturdy luggage tags. Now, we made the mistake of using just crappy regular luggage tags. But the next tip will tell you how we were able to recover from that. And these things that the ships all put them on, they can rip off. They can. You can rip these off. You're supposed to take them off, you know. So we've got these tags. We got these on Amazon.
We did.
Put the link in the comments somewhere?
Yes.
And these things are super, super heavy. I mean, they don't rip. We've had these on a bunch of cruises. And they come with these metal, what are these things called?
I don't know what the actual name of those.
A little twisty rope or whatever?
Yeah.
And this is steel, so this isn't going to break off. It's not
Yeah.
going any. I can lift the whole bag up even when it's full by this thing. So get yourself some decent luggage tags and make sure you've got one for each of the bags that you're checking. Now they're going to put stuff on there and send it to your room. Sometimes they tape tags on them. They do all kinds of things. But these will make sure that you can identify your bags, and also in the event that their thing falls off, yours is still on there. You know whose is who. So sturdy luggage tags. That is tip number 5. Number 6, what do we always do, just in case?
Always put our name and our cabin number on a sheet of paper and stick it inside every piece of luggage.
One
just in
piece
case.
of paper.
One piece of paper with your name, your cabin number on it, just in case something happens to that tag on the outside of your luggage. If it's missing, they can open it up, boom, there's your name, your cabin, and your luggage will find you.
Just if there's a luggage hang up, and this happened to us once, and it ended up outside the main office, and we had to go identify our luggage. And they're like, well, what's inside? I was like, well, I have a piece of paper with our name in there. And they looked at it, okay, you're good to go. Sometimes they don't check, but just in case, to cover the CYA, you know what A is? Never mind. So cover your air fare, or whatever that A means, and put something inside your luggage just in case. Every piece, just so you can prove it. And in case some kind of mishap, which really doesn't happen much, but you got yourself covered just in case. All right, so that's tip number 6. Let's go to 7. What should we not pack that everybody says pack, Felicia?
Power cords, extension cords.
Power strips, big no-no. Now, we have done this for years, and you're not allowed to have surge protectors on ships because of the way the power goes on the ships. It's not really alternating current, it's more like a direct current, and that can actually burn out the circuitry in surge protectors and cause a fire. And you don't want a fire on the ship because there's nowhere to go, and you really don't want to get down on the lifeboats, even though they have lifeboats. Fortunately, we haven't heard of this ever happening, but it could happen. So now cruise lines are becoming very, very strict and very tight. A lot of people have CPAP machines. They say, I need this, or I've got 20 iPhones to charge, blah, blah, blah. Last cruise, what happened? With our tiny little non-surge protecting strip, what happened?
Tiny little one, no
surge protection.
Very little cord too. It was a very short one.
What happened?
It got
gone,
confiscated.
Yeah. So that is starting to happen more and more now. So don't bring it on the ship. If you do need one for a CPAP machine or something, ask the staff and they will bring you one. All right. All right. Now, what about number 8? Those stupid magnetic hooks.
You have a problem with the magnetic hooks.
They're so stupid. In every cruise tip video I ever see, people are like, oh, don't forget your magnetic hooks. You need these things. But why? What are you going to hang? People are hanging their underwear on walls. Yes, you can put magnets on the wall, but they don't hold much weight. If you think you're going to hold your backpack, no. We did a test. It didn't work. With an 11-pound backpack, 11 or 12 pounds. We tried hanging it from the ceiling, didn't work. We tried hanging it from a wall, tried hanging it from the door. It won't hold anything of substantial weight. Yeah, if you want to hold a little hat up there or something, but who wants junk all over the walls? And the newer cruise ships have so much
storage.
Smart storage, right?
Absolutely.
Multiple shelves. You've got more hangers now. You've got more drawers. You've got under the bed storage, stuff in the bathroom. So you really don't need those. The person who brought that, it was a great tip 20 years ago. But these guys are so lazy, they just copy everybody else's. So no, you don't need those magnetic hooks. I just think it's a bad idea. Don't bring them. Yeah, there's plenty of room. Oh, somebody said that you can hang your wet towels in there, but there's towel hooks.
There's towel hooks
In the bathroom.
And in the shower, they usually have the little rope that
And
you
the
can
little
extend
rope, and that's what that's
across.
for your wet
Right.
bathing suits.
Yeah.
You're supposed to hang them over the shower, not over your wall, so your furniture and your carpet gets wet. Are you a moron? Don't do it. Leave the hooks home. Send them to me. All right, so that is number 8. Number 9. And this is a big point of contention. I see a lot of people do this. People put magnets on their doors with their last name, their full name. The Smith family. Well, great. I'm a bad guy. I just know that the Smith's on here, and now you've also put your first name on there too.
Right.
Marty Smith is on here. Oh, Marty Smith. Let me go on the socials and see where Marty Smith is. Oh, let me call my buddy. Hey, Marty Smith isn't home over there in Nicetown. Yeah, you might want to go check and steal his television and all his money because he's not home. Are you stupid? There's so many reasons I get identity theft, right?
Right.
Bad actors, people who walk around the hallways and say Smith family, Jones family. You don't want to advertise where you are. You want that little bit of privacy that you were afforded by the Constitution. So don't put those names on there. It's really easy to look you up on socials based on your name and what you look like. Somebody stands outside your room, maybe a neighbor is a bad actor. They see what you look like, they know what your last name is, they kind of get an idea where you're from. Boom, your house is empty by the time you get home. Why would you want to do that?
Right.
I wouldn't want to do that. So don't do that. And please don't put your children's first names on magnets outside your door too, because you could have a stalker standing out there. Oh, little Buffy is there. Oh, Brittany. Oh. And he stands at the elevator. Oh, hi, Brittany. Do I know you, mister? Oh, yeah, I know your name, so I must know your mom and dad. So come with me. I want to give you some candy.
You've always been a very good safety patrol officer.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
Why would you put your little kids' names on your door and advertise that to a bunch of strangers that you wouldn't trust and you wouldn't do that at home, would you?
Right.
Why would you do it on a cruise ship? I know people are like, well, I can't find my room. Well, there's these things called room numbers. You ever heard of them? And they're outside of every room on every cruise ship in the entire world. You can put pictures of pineapples all you want. I don't care. We put pictures of pineapples on our door. Upside down, sideways. We did Disney pineapples. And now you can put loofahs. Have you heard? In the villages, they're putting, we're bringing loofahs on our next
I
cruise.
just can't even understand
I want to see what happens.
I can't understand that.
Yeah, but keep the magnets with your names off there. You can put whatever pictures you want out there. Just try to keep your last name and your kids' names off your door.
Yep.
Okay? Trying to help you all. All right. More tips. I've got so much more. Number 10. I love this one.
All right, so we were in an elevator on our last cruise, and you get the lanyard with the little plastic doohickey.
That you have to pay for.
Right, you pay for, and you put your C card in there. And
See, bus.
I'm okay with the C card, so to speak, but this particular individual had his credit card in his pocket protector thingy, and the numbers were facing out so anybody could see it. Then his buddy standing next to him also had the exact same lanyard with the little plastic doohickey thingy, and he had his driver's license in there with it facing out. You could sit there, you could snap a picture and get all of the guy's information off
And you're
of that.
done. You're done.
It's
Before
not
he gets
good.
home,
It's not
you've already
good.
made $1,000 purchases probably for his credit card in his name.
We're not making this up. This is
Yeah,
real.
this happens
Because
all
I
the
remember going, "Oh my gosh, what am I seeing there?"
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it, and that is a big no. Don't do that.
Try not to keep any information on your the clear lanyards. It's just a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even if it's just your room card with your name on it, and your kids wear them too.
Yeah.
If they do that too, now you got the kids' first and last name.
It's true.
And again, you can prey on children if you're a
true.
bad actor or somebody could do that. You wouldn't do that. You're a good person watching this, but just safety. It's always be safe and don't give anybody any more information than they absolutely need. You know what I mean?
Right.
All right, number 11. Choose one bar. I always say find your favorite bar on the ship, and you'll know.
And you'll
find
know.
somebody friendly. You know, you're going to have a whole bunch of people ignoring you. That's what happens.
You will know when you find the right bar.
And you're going to find the right bartender.
Right.
And they usually do shifts, and usually the bartender stays at that bar most of the
Yeah.
cruise, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're going to find that one person. That's if you drink, if you're a drinking person. I mean, even if you're going for sodas too. Find that one bar and that friendly bartender, and right up front, tip him with a couple of bucks in cash.
Right.
I'm not talking $1. Your grandfather used to tip $1. Remember that back in the 1960s? $1 is worth like 10 cents now. Okay, so if you want to really make an impression, just drop maybe a 5 or a 10 or even $2. If they look at $1 tips like nothing, just shower them with cash and they will remember you. And they will find you. Every time you show up at that bar, they will remember your face. Oh, there's Pete again.
That's right.
I'm going to jump right over all these other people who are giving me $1 tips,
That's
these
very
little
true.
cheap idiots, and I'm going to go back to him.
Yep.
Do you remember what service?
Very, very true.
You find one bar, he'll look at you. He or she will look at you. You'll get that smile, and they'll kind of look at you. And it may take a couple of bars to find them.
Yep, it will.
And then when you find that person,
that's the
they
bar you go back
open
to.
the world. You get free drinks. They get, so I'm not going to ring that up. You're not supposed to do that, but it happens. Or they give you doubles without even asking you, or they'll make special cocktails. Here, try this. They remember that one bar on Celebrity? They made us that smoky drink, and the guy brought the other stuff from the top shelf that he wasn't supposed to. Here, try this. I'm like, what's this? He goes, yeah, this is $100 a shot.
Yeah, right?
Right? I'm not naming any names, getting anybody in
That was
trouble,
really
but if you take care of people, they will take care of you. The dollar tips are worthless, at least 2. And combine your drinks too. When you're sitting at a bar, if you got a bunch of friends or your family, like you say, I'm going to get one for me, I'm going to get one for Felicia, I'll get one, and you could just combine that all under the same tip, so you don't have to do $5 tips for every drink. You go back 3 times. Plus, it's easier for the bartender.
Right, agreed.
Having been bartenders, we can give you a few secrets that a lot of people won't give you on cruise tips. So make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and comment if you have some cruise tips too. Let's continue right along. We're getting to the number 1 cruise tip that no one has ever talked about on any YouTube channel ever. And we've never talked about it, and we swore we weren't going to do it, but today is the magical day, and you're here, so you're able to take advantage of that. All right, so where are we? Number 12.
Yep.
What do you always bring on these cruises?
I always bring an insulated cup.
Why?
Well, I like to drink a lot of water, but at the end of the day,
When the
right,
bars are
when
closed?
the bars are closed, I like to grab a big cup of ice water, take it back to the room with me so that I have something to drink throughout the night. If I get up and get thirsty, I've got it with me. It's cold. I'm ready to go.
Otherwise, you're going to have to buy that $8 bottle of Dasani that's in the refrigerator, right? You don't want to do that. It's just silly, and the staff doesn't really want you to do it either. So get yourself, I recommend 2 of these things. Because you know what we've done?
What's that?
And is this a separate tip? No, this is in the same tip. So we'll fill one with ice. And then I will go back to the bar if you have a drink package, and I will get several shots of my favorite stuff. Like right before the nights, you go back, you have to get in line a couple times. So unless you've made friend with a bartender, he'll just fill it up for you. It's the things we've done. So I've got I'm going to tell you what I did, 5 or 6 shots of tequila. I kept bringing them back to the room. I was on the Lido deck. And I kept filling up my cup. And by the time I had a full cup of tequila, and I could use whatever mixer I want in another cup, and we had another cup filled with ice. So we had 3. So you don't want to leave a drink. If you get a mixed drink with ice in it, it's going to get watery.
Right.
So if you want to keep that nice, you drain it out into another cup and get rid of the ice. And you get some fresh ice for later. So you have a good drink that's not too watery, and you can enjoy that for the rest of the night while the bars are closed.
There you go.
We're early in the morning, a little day drinking, right?
Whatever works for you on vacation.
Day drinking. Yeah, you're on vacation. Enjoy it, right? So that is a great tip. Use these insulated cups, and you don't have to use the name brand $50 cups that my children bought. What the hell is wrong with those kids? They bought a $50 cup that begins with an S because it had an S on it. And there's another cup that begins with a Y. How much was this cup?
Oh, I don't know.
There's no name on it.
15, 20 bucks on
Yeah?
Amazon, and it came in a set of 4.
So you got 4 cups for 15 bucks.
Something like that. I don't remember.
Instead of $50 for 1.
Right.
And don't be a moron. Get these things. They all do the same. They're all made the same exact way, and they work. Does your ice stay cold in this all day?
Yep.
Right?
All day.
What's the diff, really, right? This is kind of a nicer looking cup, too. I like it plain without somebody's name on it or whatever. All right, so do that. Bring those cups with you. You will love it. And they work for hot beverages, too. So if you're a teetotaler,
right,
you can fill up with hot water and you can have tea all night.
That's right.
And some of these rooms have hot water. Well, they're the coffee machines, right?
Yes.
But they don't really clean them a lot. A lot of people don't use them. And the water sits in the reservoir. We actually took one apart, and it's pretty gnarly inside, so I don't recommend using that. Get some fresh hot water from upstairs at the buffet or whatever.
Right.
Keep it in here. It'll stay hot all night. You can make as much tea as you want all the way
Right.
through the morning.
Right. Agreed.
Yeah. All right, getting to that number 1 tip. I'm so excited. I'm so kind of scared. I have certain trepidation about talking about this because we've never talked about it before. We swore we weren't going to do it, but now is the time to do it. Number 13, unlucky 13. What gets on your nerves more than anything else on a cruise, Felicia?
When we go to the pool,
What happens?
early, and we go to the
6
pool,
a.m.
and there are no chairs available because everybody and his brother have gone down there and claimed chairs by just throwing towels on them and walking away and gone to breakfast or the sauna or the
Now,
spa
they
or
used to
whatever.
do that, but now they're actually clipping them to the. They're using these
They use the
clips
little
you buy on
clips.
Amazon,
Yep.
and they're clipping them, so it's more
Yep.
difficult. So the staff doesn't walk around and pull them off because they know you have a presence there. So
Right.
that's the most annoying thing.
Right.
But some people have abused the system, and there's a movement to grab those towels. Staff is now pulling those towels
Yeah.
after 30 minutes. They're setting timers. People are complaining. Actually, if you see a set of chairs and it's been there for 10 minutes and nobody's there, you can ask the staff. They will remove the towels and whatever stuff is there, and it goes behind the counter. So that is done. And that could cause some problems too.
Sure.
So just don't do that. If you do leave your stuff there, there is the possibility that somebody's going to take it and move it. And we threw a guy's stuff in the pool last time because they went down at 6 a.m. I was down there at 6 a.m. I saw this woman put their stuff on there, and the guy came by and put his stuff on there. We came by later on. They were on an excursion. I know they were on an excursion because they were on the same excursion we are. We came back early. They went to the bar. I remember what chairs there were, and I threw his stuff out. I took it to the thing. He was really pissed off when he came back. But there is a movement, not just by us, but by a whole bunch of people to remove that stuff from chairs. So don't do it. You're going to lose your stuff. You're going to make somebody mad. And you could end up in a fight. You know what I mean?
Let's not do that.
Because I am a black belt, so I'm gonna take you down if you mess with me. Okay. All right, so don't save the pool day. It's just not cool. It's not right, and people steal clips, and you know what I'm talking about. 14. One more tip away.
You got this. Go ahead.
I'm breathing heavy here. All right. If you go on an excursion, you walk off the ship. If you go in any big city, if you do any kind of touring, even if you
Right.
just live in a big city,
Right.
always wear pants or something, even for the ladies, wear something with deep zippered pockets. Not button pockets, because buttons can be cut off
Right.
pretty easy. You need
Zippered,
deep zippered
yeah.
pockets. The tighter the better, because the tighter it is, the closer to your body is, the more
Right.
likely you're going to feel it. I know a lot of people like to wear baggy stuff, but pickpockets are everywhere. They're in the
true.
Caribbean, they're in Jamaica, they're in Bahamas, they're
everywhere.
in New York,
They're
they're in
here.
Miami, they're
Yeah.
here in Orlando. So if you have a zipper pocket, yes, they can get inside. People have cut people's pockets off just to let their wallets drop out. But if you have a zipper pocket, it's a little bit tighter, it's a little bit closer, you're going to feel something moving on your leg, and you'll be able to stop it before somebody steals your wallet. And very, very important, especially on excursions to strange places you don't know where you are.
Better be safe than sorry.
And plus, you need to carry a lot of stuff. You got to carry your passport in some cases. You can have some cash, maybe a credit card, your C-Bus. You have your C-Bus? Please give me your C-Bus. And the bags are bad. Purses are bad. Fanny packs don't work because those are really easy to cut off, grab, run away with. And it happens.
Right.
I want you to be safe. I don't want you to lose your stuff because it's a pain to replace a passport.
Agreed.
And your credit cards or
Agreed.
your cash or whatever. And you want to have a good time on vacation. So make it as difficult as you can for somebody else. And then let some other sap who doesn't watch this channel suffer the loss so you don't have to. All right. Let's go into it. You want to go to the kitchen for this one? Let's go down to the kitchen and we'll talk about this. It's easier to show it than it is to actually talk about it here.
Are you sure you want to do this?
I don't. Hit that like, subscribe, and let's talk about the most incredible cruise tip that we've ever shared, that anyone's ever shared on YouTube right now. All right, so this is it, Felicia. This is tip number 15, the one we've held back for years.
Let's do it.
What is it?
This is recorking, resealing wine bottles.
Now, just to be clear, we've never done this. We understand it is possible. We've never tried it. We do know people who have done this successfully on several cruises, and we've always wanted to try it. And we bought these where?
On Amazon.
On Amazon. These are just corks
These
and
are
seals.
corks with a little sealed lid.
Okay.
And then you get 2 different colors of sealers.
Oh, sneaky.
And you use a blow dryer to put these onto the wine bottle.
Let's see if it's possible. See if it looks really good. So we have a really cheap bottle of wine here. We're just going to empty this out.
So here's some wine. We're going to empty it out, and I'm going to rinse this bottle out.
All right. So wash it out. Get all the wine out of there. You should probably dry it if you're going to do this for real, right?
Right, if you're going to.
You want to leave the label on, right? You just want to
Okay.
make it look as much like wine as you can.
Right. Now we're going to take a bottle of tequila.
All right. Now, if you have a clear bottle, it should look something like the wine does, right?
Right.
So it'd be like a yellow or a clear.
Right.
But in the colored bottles, you have a little bit more play with. So tequila is kind of a wine-colored liquor.
And you're going to want to fill it up like it's a full bottle, not like it's half a bottle.
Oh, yeah, you don't want to look
Just saying.
open. I got you. That's a good point. So how many do you think people would need for two people for a week?
You can only bring 2 bottles on per cabin.
Per cabin?
I
Okay.
think it's per cabin.
So 2 bottles of tequila would probably get somebody through a week. And that's just a cork?
It's just a cork.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Push it on real good.
All right, you don't have to worry about these seal because, well, you do. I mean, you don't have to worry about gas.
Because this bottle is a big bottle and the seal doesn't go all the way down. You would want to peel this off.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Either one, whether it's gold.
Oh, yeah, you don't want a double.
You don't want to be able to see that, so you could see it.
Okay.
But we're not going to do that right
But
now. 'cause we're
there's
not
actually
doing-
print on here. Do you think people would check?
I doubt it.
I've heard that they don't look at
I
that.
doubt it. But
All
we'll
right,
go
so we
ahead.
take that off, or why don't we
No.
take it off and make a look at?
You want to take it off?
Yeah, let's take it off.
All right, well,
That wasn't too hard. All right, so take that off, and you're gonna put the other one on.
you want silver or do you want gold?
I
Black?
think it was
Or
kind
black or
of dark. The original one was black, so we should try to match the original one.
Okay. All right, now you're supposed to be able to just use a regular blow dryer
Yeah?
and heat this thing up.
No way. It's gonna shrink wrap? No way. See it? Shut the front door. Look at that. It's sealing. No way.
Way, look at that.
I'm not gonna lie. That looks and feels like a legitimate seal. Now, will it leak? Oh, no way. So you can put this in your backpack and it can lay like this and you don't have to worry about it leaking out.
Right, you do have to bring the, when you bring a bottle of wine on a cruise ship, you do have to bring it in your carry-on. So,
Right.
your backpack, your bag, your purse, whatever the case may be, but not in the
God,
luggage that you check in.
I can't believe it actually works. Now let's try to open it. Is it hard? You don't need a corkscrew to open this, right?
No.
Cut it, or can you just pull it out like this? With my brute up, we can just pull it up.
Oh, look
Oh
at
my
you.
God, look at that. And there's the cork under here so you can seal it again. You have to rip that off. So to seal it back up, you just put this back on here and you're good to go. What if this breaks off? You
Well.
just pull it, pop it in there?
I guess so.
Somebody did tell me they did that once. This thing broke off the plastic and they just pushed the cork into
Yeah,
their
it won't hurt anything.
vodka or rum, tequila, whatever. So this is totally plausible, totally doable. I can't believe that. It's so simple. I mean, it looks like a legit bottle of wine, right?
Yep.
Wow. So that is tip number 15, is the tip we swore we would never tell anybody because it's going to make people behave badly, isn't it? Yeah. So not that we don't recommend doing this because technically it's a no-no, but it's our responsibility to let you know what's going on and give you the tips because this is something you need to do or you want to do. We just want to let you know it is possible. This is Tim, and you're...
And Felicia.
We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe and comment if we missed some tips that you think are great cruise tips.
Bye, Felicia.
I knew she was going to say that.